who I assume you're going to call first. Is he just introducing the songs?
No, Your Honor. He's already introduced the jail calls that he, and the state was going to call Mr. Springfield and say, Mr. Springfield, when you last here, there's some jail calls that you introduced? Yes.
Okay.
Play the jail calls.
Okay. And that'll take about how long, you think?
I believe that would take about 30 to 35 minutes.
Okay. And then we'll move to investigator Viverito.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then after that, you'll tender Mr. Kendrick's plea?
I do not believe that, well, I believe that would happen either after investigator Brewer is complete or I guess while she's on the stand, but not questions pertaining to.
Okay, I just need to know when to.
It will not be this morning. I do not foresee.
Okay. I mean, I've got the instruction ready.
And Your Honor, when the court, I believe there's one matter regarding filming that the parties could approach.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A long trial, so I don't know the date. But when Investigator Viverito, when we had the Dahlberg hearing related to her coming in as an expert, we, the defense, have repeatedly requested the training materials and other materials that she generated for use. We need those in our cross-examination of her. At the time of the Dahlberg hearing, we were not provided with that. Mr. Harvey said,
What do you mean by training materials?
she testified that she develops a training course, and that in that course she trains other law enforcement on gang investigation. And so we wanted the materials from that course because we believe that we need those in our cross-examination of her. You know, and of course, I come from a civil background where I'm used to getting all kinds of information with regard to experts testifying, and we haven't received an expert report from her. Which
Because one doesn't exist.
That's
And
true,
if
one doesn't exist.
One does not
But
have to be created.
True, and I'm not disagreeing with the court, but certainly training materials that she uses does exist. We've asked for it, we've not been provided with it.
When's the last time y'all brought that up to the state, that, hey, we still need those things?
I cannot tell you, but we've repeatedly asked for them over the course of the last year, Your Honor. And we were told by the previous court that at some point that may become, actually, what did the court say? It might be something that may need to be tendered at that point or brought up if does come in as an expert. We're at the point now where she's being presumably brought in to testify as some combination of fact witness and expert witness. So we still don't have those materials, Your Honor. I don't have an issue with her testifying as a fact witness.
I understand. I'm just saying, like, we've had Investigator Viverito has been on the state's witness list for weeks and weeks, and the time to have brought up, oh, hey, we don't have the training materials yet, would have been sometime before, when she's probably already here. And if she doesn't have them in her bag, because nobody's reminded her, she's not probably going to be able to access them unless she can maybe do it electronically. I don't mind asking Mr. Adkins to either himself or have one of his investigators step out to wherever she is and see if she could access anything electronically and provide it. But if she can't, you know, it's kind of understandable right now, since we didn't give her a heads up anytime recently, even though we knew she was going to be testifying, to search your files and find them.
I understand, Your Honor. So if maybe they could do an additional request, and maybe it will come up, maybe it won't. If she is allowed to testify as an expert, though, I would ask the court to follow the previous court's order that there's a bifurcation of her factual testimony from her expert testimony in order to prevent confusion to the jury. There was also an instruction that the previous court had come up with. I will endeavor to find it. That was to be read to the jury prior to her testifying at, this is, by the way, not specific to her. It was all the witnesses that were in the dual,
Okay, well, I'm not sure that it's 100% feasible to say, okay, for, this set of questions, it's one thing, and for the next set, it's another. But I will instruct the state to instruct her, or in the way you ask your questions, make it clear to the jury, all right, at this point, I'm asking you your expert opinion about whatever it is you may ask.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I mean, to the extent that you can separate them, do, but I mean, there may be times when she's saying, here's some social media post, and then, for instance, she might need to testify, because I've got this background in gangs, I know that this particular emoji means something or another.
So is the previous court's order no longer in effect about the statement that's to be
No,
read?
I'm trying to say how it
practically needs to be implemented. And if you want to provide me with whatever instruction you're talking about, I'll take a look and.
Okay. And then again, I'm going to, because of what the court just said, that I 1,000% agree with the court that it's very difficult to handle this dual witness, and it is why I objected to witnesses in this dual role. There's plenty of case law that goes against it, but I'm going to maintain an objection to a witness testifying in the dual role as an expert and a fact witness, Your Honor. Just like a continuing objection on that.
All right, well, I think it happens fairly frequently. And she was qualified as an expert, right? I mean, y'all got a ruling after the Daubert hearing, right?
I believe that's correct.
Correct, Your Honor.
That's what I thought. All right, anything else? I don't know if we have the jury ready yet or not. They should be, it's 9, but I'll have to check on that. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I believe Deputy Sprinkle was right outside. I'm just gonna go double check.
Okay, thank you.
He did. Thank you.
Okay, and I don't know if Investigator Viverito is here or not yet, but can somebody get word to her to try to find her training materials?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, jury's not ready, okay. All right, did y'all find out any additional information about those couple of items? You were gonna try to either find out like who the people were, or there were a couple where you were gonna try to find out the date it got posted. Do we know the answers to those things?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Abate, did you get a chance to check the sound so that we at least believe it's going to be working right when Mr. Sprinkle?
Yes, we checked it last
All
night.
right, great, thanks.
Last night.
Good.
See if the rain lessens.
Who knows?
I want to know if he followed through on his promise to narrow down the number of calls.
I did.
All right. Can't wait to see that.
Mr. Abadi always fulfills his promise.
Instead of an hour and 20 minutes, probably should be 25.
Okay.
Bless you.
Judge, just thinking forward while we have a minute, I was thinking forward about what we were talking about happening in the near future. And regarding directed verdict motions.
Right.
I think it may be, we have obviously a lot of
Evidence.
evidence in loose paper.
Yep.
If I could request the state, and maybe the court ask the state too, typically, my understanding is with each witness they've made, that they presented, they've made PowerPoints of the evidence that they're seeking to admit, and generally, we've complained when it hasn't happened, but generally, they've given it to us before the witness testified. They've given us a hard copy.
Okay.
If I was just thinking last night, if the state could forward all those PowerPoints of the evidence that's been admitted to all parties, if they have them in the PowerPoint still, that may help everyone in kind of formulating and getting to the bottom of what's in evidence, as opposed to digging through this before Monday or Tuesday or whenever we.
Okay, but y'all are going to have to, or we even, are going to have to dig through,
We are.
as you say, the evidence anyway, because we're going to have to sort out what goes out with the
We are.
jury and what doesn't. But I'm sure the state will be happy to do that to the extent they have those available. Thank you.
We'll put them on a jump drive.
Great, and if you can provide that to the court as well.
Of course, just relax.
Thank you.
So, Judge, I believe, and I'll let Mr. Sharp, Mr. Weinstein look through. I think I took almost all of the ones out that we spoke about that we didn't know the origin, except for one.
Okay.
It was a video where the name of the profile, or the Instagram profile is Shell_Haiti44. And I did determine it was taken from speaking with Investigator Viverito on April 1st of 2022. So during that time period, right after the Drinks murder. And, but if she told me who it was. It's slipping my mind, and she's right outside, so I can go ask her about that and her training materials. But I will let them flip through this.
All right.
This is your copy?
This is my copy, yeah.
And yeah, I'm just going to remind the state when we're going through the wiretap, and there are the two spots, I think, where I need to caution them that it's only Garlington's words. Just give me a heads up.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
I've made a specific note to.
great, thanks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. The jury's ready, so if y'all need a second to finish going through that, that's fine. Smaller set of evidence.
Any issues?
I wouldn't call it an issue. There's one that I don't think we've litigated. It's marked by Mr. Abate, so I'm assuming.
The beginning of the video. It's not really, that's like
What video?
the one that we played last night. It's not. But it's just person. I don't, that's.
Don't know.
I don't think so.
All right, we ready for Mr. Sprinkle and the jury? Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, while the calls are playing, I'm just asking the court's permission ahead of time to remain seated so I can navigate. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Mr. Sprinkle. You are still under oath. I'll just remind you of that.
Thank you,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Atkins, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Welcome back, Deputy Sprinkle.
Thank you.
When you were here last, there was some jail calls that was State Exhibit 590 Yankee that you had reviewed and admitted. Do you recall that?
I do.
I wanted to play some of those calls that you pulled with you now. Was one of those calls an October 31st, 2015 call from defendant Shannon Stillwell?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to play from 590 Yankee on that October 31st, 2015 call from 1 minute and 10 seconds to 2 minutes and 5 seconds for the record.
All right.
Your Honor, I just noticed I'm in the Zoom, but for some reason when I shared,
It's not working.
yes, give me one brief second, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Percival.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey. Oh, what happened?
Dawson, that lawyer, I had to talk to the lawyer.
Oh, okay. What is that?
And he just let him know he behind me, everything good. He said Dawson sent him down there so I can interview him to see if I wanted him. And I'm like, he feel like he handled the case, then I want him. If he feel like he can't, then don't waste my time.
Oh, okay. You want him?
But he talking like he can handle it, like everything. He can handle everything. He say he been working with all type of stars on all type of murder cases and all type of cases.
Hmm.
Stopping at 2:05. Deputy Sprinkle, was another one of the calls that you pulled a November 13th, 2015 call from Shannon Stillwell or Shannon Jackson?
Yes.
Your Honor, for the record, I'm going to publish 11:25 to 14:30 of that November 13th, 2015 call.
So what is the exhibit number?
598.
Oh, they're all over the same.
Correct.
You remember I told you, I had wrote Trez like, oh, we didn't know he had the same charge because Luke said he didn't.
Yeah.
They saying on this day, Lil Woody on the phone, he said, what did he say? I don't know. He said you told Trez they dropped the charges on him. He want to know what was said. I said, I never said they dropped the charges on him. I said, I didn't know they had the same charges. Oh, I guess that's what Trez was talking about. Okay, thank you. But she.
They trying to sit up, push that out for a nigga slap. Fuck yeah.
I don't think she gets much. I would tell her.
Stupid ass bitch. You and your pussy ass baby daddy got me in this fuck ass. Y'all both y'all on that lame suck ass little boy ass shit. Pussy ass hoe. Good ass hoe.
What the hell? You don't know. Wait till you get your package.
Fuck him. That fuck nigga envy me anyway, man.
Y'all got one crazy relationship.
Fuck nigga envy me. He hate this thing I had.
Y'all be back rocking when it's all over.
Crazy fuck. I don't know that bitch. I really gotta shoot myself in the face. When y'all go back right, I don't want to fuck that nigga, man. They just whoop this little young nigga ass in him.
That ain't funny. I know you were laughing.
I wasn't laughing. I was just like, eat that baby.
Shannon shit. Oh. Let me find him for you.
I hear blood and he ain't real right.
He what?
He ain't real right for his blood.
He what?
He ain't real right.
What? Shit, you ain't know your off?
It be different shit. Like, nigga push up on different niggas. And the wrong way. Nigga pushed up on me the right way. They pushed up on him the wrong way. Like, hey, bro, you got to go and do this. Man, we finna goddamn gonna get at you, man. And that's what they did. They pushed up on me like, shit, bro, you know, they saying, man, listen, man, do you want to talk to these people because you scratching these big homies, but you ain't on the phone with these folks. I got these folks, man, you want to talk to these folks. Yeah, bro. Now these niggas be goddamn. I be asking them, I like, bro, you locked up for rug, bro, but you in here panhandling, bro.
Deputy Sprinkle, in your investigation into the Donovan Thomas murder, did you ever have a name of Rontrez Brock come up?
Yes,
And was that Kenneth Copeland's brother?
it was.
Was there another call that you pulled and when you had introduced from November 23rd, 2015 at 16:08 or 4:08 p.m.?
Yes,
And was that a call from Shannon Stillwell or Shannon Jackson?
it was.
Your Honor, I'm publishing from 590 Yankee, November 23rd, 2015 at 16:08. And the time, we're going to start at 4:19 to play to 6 minutes and 2 seconds. And then we'll play 8 minutes and 56 seconds to 14:40 for the record.
got going on? Yeah, what the hell the fuck come out, man? Shit. Sounds crazy.
Yeah, not the police, but they got.
Yeah. Nick.
Yeah.
I am.
Everything alright though. How the hell VO did?
Huh?
How the hell VO did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He say, she say.
Yeah. Everything alright.
See that shit is different from the nigga who they got locked up with him, you hear me?
Yeah.
Nigga trying to free themselves, so nigga say whatever.
But the judge kept saying like, he was just like, they shit, the way they saying, like, that shit don't mean nothing because that's how they doing it, like they trying to get the heat out their ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
But if they do that, guess what they gonna do? Put themselves on the scene.
Exactly. That was the little.
And that what they trying not to do. They beating around the bush. They just saying, you did it, and now I mean they can't say you a bitch. They did it. You did it. How you know? How you know you did? You know how the folks do. You know what's going on. But other than that, you alright though.
Yeah, man. I'm just chilling, man.
What about the health?
Oh yeah, everything. Everything out here up. Well, this shit still like a soap up, but it's not.
Yeah.
It maintained. I'm good.
Your Honor, I'm now moving to 8:56 to play to 14:40.
You look like you straight.
Shit, I'm gonna have $6 on that.
So when y'all go back to court?
On the 18th.
And what they say, a hearing?
Nah, I just did the preliminary hearing.
So ain't nobody getting no bond?
Nah, they tried all Moulton trial because Moulton had a lawyer. They said the same thing about both of them, you feel me? They tried all Moulton trial. They said only thing different was the little nigga named, Deep Cleveland. He told me, I told him I did it. So they was, he said that's the only different thing. Then he just wrote Moulton to my, man, on God, bro, I ain't say that, bro. I go to court before no police lying on me, did that, third. Fuck, nigga.
So Moulton got it on the lawyer?
Yeah, Moulton got all his shit, didn't he?
So if you would have had a lawyer, you would have got your own, didn't you?
Hell yeah.
How much, what he paid on it? I call my man.
Huh?
I call my man and see what's going on. You ain't got nobody else who you think give you nothing on the lawyer?
Shit, I ain't called. But Kim was just telling me to call him my knees on and shit.
Who?
Kim. I ain't calling it though.
Who?
Kente.
Kente?
Yeah.
Man, them niggas that be talking, bro.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. That's why I ain't really just put no F like that fucking stuff. I was been sent the lawyer down here. That nigga, he keep coming down here, but he just like, shit, dog, keep telling me he ain't got all the money yet. The fuck you ain't got all the money yet.
Who's saying that?
Oh, that was the lawyer. Like, the lawyer keep coming down here though, but he just like, shit, I won't gonna represent you, but he keep saying, dog, saying he ain't got all the money together yet.
How much they charge?
And this nigga, he ain't telling me the price. He just like, I told Young Thug he gotta give me everything or nothing. It's everything or nothing. That's how he kept saying.
So he want all his money at one time. He don't want
I believe
down.
he doing that. He doing that because of Thug. You feel me? Cause he know
Yeah.
I don't got money, so hey man, I want to hate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause most lawyers, they used to do a payment plan, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Knew that top son lady, and she was like 4,000, some shit. She was
4,000 for it.
start.
Man, that nigga I had him, he want them money, bro. Yeah, now nigga who beat my brother's murder case, I'm cool with him. He don't even want that much. 4,000 to start, that's too much.
Yeah.
I probably give him about 2,500. He probably put me on payment plan like every 2 weeks. Probably pay like 350. Right, what?
That's cool, man.
Mhm.
Hold on, cuz. So, man. All right, shit. Well, so what he got out here, Charlie? What he got now? What Moon what he got now?
Most of they got now, they got all them aggravated assault shit that they had. Aggravated assault, aggravated batteries, all that shit, them gun charges. You know, they had
So what
like,
part of that truck? That murder truck?
yeah, they just dropped the murder charge off him.
Man, that ain't shit. That's base talk, just like that.
Yeah. That's how he got like, you know, they got like 9 charges apiece.
Brought that murder and stacked some on the aggravated assault. Cause they're like
Yeah,
20 years.
Yeah, what?
That's what I'm saying. Them aggravated assault charges and all this and all.
Like, the nigga mama, she was like telling them folks like, yeah, they did it. And then Lil D telling them folks like, yeah, home was with me that night. And they said Lil D already told him folks he did it. And Lil D told him he did it when he left the club.
Lil D?
Yeah, he told him he did it. And he told them that Monson was with him when he left the club. So they like, shit, he with you, then he had to do that too.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Stopping, Your Honor, at 1324. And Deputy Sprinkle, did you also pull a December 4th, 2015 call from Shannon Stillwell or Shannon Jackson that was made at 5:31 or 17:31?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to publish from 590 Yankee that December 4th, 2015 call from 8:10 to 8:30.
Is y'all fucking with you?
Who?
You know who I'm talking about.
Who, nigga?
No.
Who? Oh. You talking about, him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he the one pay for everything.
Oh, okay.
Now, Deputy Sprinkle, did you also pull a January 10th, 2015 call at 7:42 p.m. that was placed by Martinez Arnold?
I did.
And was that call to Dravoris Bradford?
It was.
Does he have a nickname of Tuda?
He does.
I'm going to play that January 10th, 2015 call at this time, Your Honor.
This is a prepaid collect call. Call from an inmate at Fulton County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring, and your location information may be collected and used by corrections and law enforcement personnel. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like to permanently...
For a limited time, visit an inmate from the comfort of...
Y'all gonna slip me up like
Securus, you may start the conversation now.
Dude. Cool.
What's down?
Call right back. Y'all gonna slip me up like that?
Nah, hell no, nigga. Which time you got there? Some shit there. Nah, hell no.
Y'all good?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, Goldie Mott.
Who that is?
Boosh.
What's up, short stuff?
What are you doing?
Go. Yeah, baby. We going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, got it.
Who went to pull up?
Yeah. Call Christopher in the arm, bro.
Alright.
You keep calling all these girls.
M.A.
Yeah. Crystal,
Yes.
I'm on your nerve.
No. Why you acting
know, bro.
today? No.
Oh.
You feel like you getting on my nerves?
No, a little bit. No, but I ain't talked to you earlier, so you had them threw me out. You said call you later on.
Yeah, because I was at work.
Earlier you said they don't want to talk. Call you later.
Because I was at a client, so.
You with a client now?
Crystal is my friend.
Well, yeah.
And she's pretty, so. I don't want nobody in my business. Crystal's my friend. She know you, so. I don't know. Why would you ask me something like that? You want me to call Bobby back?
Yeah, she answered. She called you back.
Yeah, but she had went to the bathroom because you said something that she was gonna go eat or something. Hold on.
Call her.
Okay. Think Dora at her house too, huh?
She at her house or Slime house?
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
You hung up?
She hung up?
Yeah, she probably didn't try to.
Her slow ass. Damn,
Yo,
bro.
slow ass.
Huh?
Yo, slow ass.
Who that, Boosh?
Duh.
You got your man out there, man. Yeah, you talking about.
Who said it?
Who said that?
When you coming home?
Court Tuesday. They have to give me a bond Tuesday. They had to wait till I go to the judge.
Your bun gonna be high?
I don't know. Shit, what's your bond was, too?
Mine was 25.
They might do 25, 30. You did. No,
Why? What make you think it's gonna be? What make you think it's gonna be the same as Cutter?
I'm saying elevator something at 20, 30. I ain't gonna go no higher than 40, 50. It ain't gonna be that high though, 'cause they only do that when you got them, when you dead ass wrong and you don't got them chips on like that. Shit, 300.
There go right there. Don't be.
Call Chris.
What they do?
Crystal don't want to talk to you, man.
I ain't gonna talk to you last 2 days.
The girl don't want to talk to you. She hung up for a reason.
Nah, she happy. Every time I call her, she get even happier. You dig what I'm saying?
Hello?
You hung up on me?
No, the phone, I hung up by accident when I was trying to call Dottie because her phone went straight to voicemail.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, call Dora over there. Hold on.
Hey, you slide that tray over here, bitch, out. Kick it over here. Yeah. What you say? Hell no, I ain't eating that shit. I gave it to nephew. It's on you next.
Hello? Yeah.
Dora,
What up, man?
what's up with it, homie? You dig what I'm saying?
You dig.
Nah, bro.
What's going on, man?
We count down in that bit, man. This shit here ain't.
Hey, man, you know.
This shit ain't for no players.
Oh, yeah, you already know. He go to court on the 13th. No, the
Yeah.
day's 10. The day's 10. He go to court on the 13th. Yeah, the day's 10. What's they do?
Well, y'all know when it get nighttime, we just say the day they left. So the day they left, man.
Y'all know the time. You don't know the time, so you think like they left.
Yeah, night they left. Monday, my last day, really, because they wake us up at 4 in the morning to go to court.
Oh, you going to court on when?
On Tuesday.
Monday. On Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
This shit ain't for no player, man.
What?
Damn, this shit.
You see a long way out? You see a
Yeah.
long way when you leaving? Triple back ass nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to call him. He was trying to call my name.
Oh, they keep putting you on lockdown?
Nah, them folks have us on lock. We come out the room at goddamn 8. I mean, at 9. They send us back in at 12. Come back out at 4. Well, we come out, I'm upstairs, so we come out at 6. Downstairs come out at 4 to 6, and we come out from 6 to 8.
Yeah. You did what I'm saying. Yeah, that shit lame, man. You know, we ain't doing that but a whole bunch of chilling.
Where y'all at?
Finna edit this video with at the Yo.
Y'all at the Yo?
Yeah, we with Bill finna edit this video.
What, destroyed?
Nah, you probably gonna do that shit. They doing that at Vinci.
Yeah, that shit so hard, man. What the hell, Thug at?
And I didn't even get to see that booth, that shit, man. I went to the room. Y'all seen that? The Da Vinci, I went to the room. I didn't know y'all shot the estimate win. They shot Da Vinci.
What's up? He right there. Tell him I said what's down.
Yeah. Nah, he right here yet. He ain't with her yet. I think he in the meeting with Leor there.
Oh, what Dolly?
Right here.
Hey Dolly. Hey Dolly. Hey Dolly. Hey Dora.
What the fuck I'm saying? Hey, that's what I'm sure gonna be. Hey Dolly. Hey Dora.
Hey Dolly. Hey Dora.
Dude, man, who the fuck that was a jetpack? God damn, what Duke get, man? Now, I said, good morning, I said, man, free fucking Duke. Bruce man said, tell this jump that the down payment due date is $250, but it's $5 coming out. Let's just say, they don't want the down payment on me. What? He said, they don't want the down payment on me. A down payment for what? My boy.
Oh, she go to think she gonna get in like that. No, we gonna pay for her, ho.
For the next. She said they just gave her deposit $250 in the last day. What you trying to have for it? Some place she at me tonight, but I ain't lying no more.
Hey, Dolly, they going crazy on my IG, bro?
Yeah, you know the folks that keep asking where you at. Answer your phone, bitch. Got a whole lot of money. The folks trying to figure out what's up. Why you ain't can't make money?
Who money? See, nigga ain't talking about no money. They'll get knocked out. No more nigga.
See the people that charging her. No, she having that liqueur. She said she having that liqueur.
Liqueur.
Man, you better have that baby put that fuck that glowing shit. Yeah.
Tell her to go pay. Hey, they just brought us some things. Hey, Dora.
Yeah.
They just brought us. Hey, Chris.
Let him do what he gonna do his own kid.
They just brought some beans. They just brought some beans, some red beans and rice.
Red beans and rice, man.
Man, they just brought some red beans and rice with no sauce, no seasoning. It tastes like water. I just tasted a little bit. I just licked a little bit. It just tastes like, listen, them folks, they really gave us some dog food on the sandwich. They gave us 2 wheat bread. They gave us like 3 pieces of salad. 3 pieces of salad with the dressing already on it.
What?
And a big dry ass cake. Fill up the whole one side of the tray. Man, I said, man, listen, bro. This ain't that and that ain't it, bro. then Crystal just tearing her mouth out.
No, about trying some dog food, man.
I'm trying the red beans and rice look like dog food. The red beans and rice.
Yeah.
With the kidney
It's
beans.
like dog shit, don't it?
Yeah, with the kidney beans.
Dog don't shit that.
Man, this shit ain't right, bro. I don't supposed to be getting fed like
It's
that.
like some shit the dog don't shit that.
Yeah, he look like shit. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? He look like shit. I ain't want to say that because them folks eating all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like dog shit.
So they been in there. They got a helmet. They been in there. How you?
Tastes off the spoon. I'm trying to taste like water and a big ass cake.
safe.
You know,
You gotta take.
And that was right after Mr. Stillwell had been, you're aware that Mr. Stillwell was a victim in a case where Tierra Jones was shot and killed.
Yes.
And you're aware that car that they were in, you're aware that the facts of that case was a car sped up behind the car that Tierra Jones was driving and shot a bunch of rounds into the back of the car that Shannon Stillwell, Tierra Jones, and Miss Duncan were in, correct?
That's what happened.
Okay. And Tierra Jones was tragically killed,
Yes.
and Shannon was severely injured not from gunfire, but from the car flipping.
That's correct.
And he went to the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, so this call on October 31st, 2015 is within a day or two of Mr. Stillwell being released from the hospital. Well, let me back up. While at the hospital, he was served arrest warrants for the Donovan Thomas case.
I believe he was at the hospital at the time, yes.
Okay, and so this call is right after Mr. Stillwell was released from the hospital and is now in Fulton County Jail on those charges.
I don't know when he was released from the hospital, but given the timeline of when the Tierra Jones murder occurred and about when the arrest warrants were issued, I'll say that you're correct on that.
Okay. That first call, you hear Shannon speaking to a young lady.
Yes.
All right. Do you know who that is?
Betty Jean Jackson is what my notes state.
Okay. Well, Betty Jean Jackson is Mr. Stillwell's grandmother. That
Correct.
didn't sound like his grandmother, did it?
No, but that's the number that he called. That doesn't necessarily mean that's who he was speaking with.
Okay. Could he have
though.
been speaking to Yvette Barron?
Yes. That's very possible. He spoke with her very often.
All right. And that was a female friend of his?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in that first call you heard Mr. Stillwell, they were discussing representation, who was going to represent him on this very serious case in 2015.
Yes.
And Mr. Stillwell said something to the effect of, Thug sent a lawyer to visit me.
Yes.
Okay. And then Mr. Stillwell talks about that lawyer said he's worked with all sorts of stars and media cases before.
Yes.
And Mr. Stillwell is trying to figure out if he wants to entrust his life in his lawyer's hands.
Yes.
Okay. Who was the lawyer that met with Mr. Stillwell just before October 31st, 2015?
I don't recall.
Well, you have
If I ever knew, that is to say, if I ever knew to begin with, I may have, but I don't know now.
You have the ability to look in the Odyssey system to see what lawyers visit clients on a daily basis, correct?
Yes, but that's logged in the jail manager area, and in my experience, sometimes visits don't get logged.
Okay.
I don't. Well, I guess I can't say. I don't know what's not logged, but There have been times when I either knew or suspected that an inmate received a visit and I didn't see that it had been logged in Odyssey. But this visit may have been logged. I don't recall. If it was, it should still be in there.
Could it have been a Michael Bixon?
Yeah, that name sounds familiar. I think that you're right.
Okay, in fact, you know that Michael Bixon filed, your office, the district attorney's office, did not indict this Donovan Thomas case, the alleged murder. You did not indict this case for several years.
That's right.
Okay, and several of those years, Mr. Stillwell was in jail, unindicted, charged with the Donovan Thomas homicide.
I don't know how long he was in jail, but it was certainly unindicted for a number of years.
You know that Mr. Bixon, on behalf of Mr. Stillwell, filed a constitutional speedy trial demand.
Objection, Your Honor, to the relevance to this.
Okay? Are you aware that Michael Bixon filed
objection, Your Honor.
motions?
Sustained.
Do you have any evidence that I, Max Shard, went to visit Mr. Stillwell in October 31st of 2015?
No, I don't believe it would have been you.
Okay. You don't have any evidence that I ever spoke to Mr. Stillwell before he was arrested on this RICO indictment in 2022, correct? You have no evidence of that.
I don't know who you were speaking with in October of 2022, or if you had spoken with him or you hadn't. I have no idea.
Okay. But you have no reason to believe that he was speaking about Thug sending me to see him in October 31st of 2015.
No, I don't think you would have been even in a position to represent him then, if I recall correctly.
Okay. Thank you. Now, moving on to the third call, November 23rd at 4:08 p.m. We hear Mr. Stillwell speaking to another man in that call, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And now, that was a day, there's a thing called preliminary hearings, correct?
Yes.
And preliminary hearings are when someone's arrested, the case is not indicted. There's a court date where an investigator comes in and testifies as to the evidence in the case.
That's usually, it doesn't have to be an investigator, but probably over 98% of the time it is.
Okay. And you're aware that Mr. Stillwell had a preliminary hearing on the Donovan Thomas case in November of 2015.
Yes.
Okay. Have you reviewed the transcript of that hearing?
No.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. In that hearing, it was Detective Thorpe who testified, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Kenneth Copeland didn't testify at that hearing.
No.
Okay. Quindarius Zachary did not testify at that hearing.
No.
Okay, so when Mr. Stillwell is talking about what happened at the hearing, he's not talking about what Kenneth Copeland or Quindarius Zachary said at the hearing. He's talking about what Detective Thorpe is testified that they said.
That's right.
Okay. Now, I want to be very clear on this. On that tape, Mr. Stillwell, and this was after his prelim was held, correct?
Yes.
This November 23rd phone call?
Yes.
In fact, it was right after his prelim was held.
I don't recall the exact date of the prelim. I remember it was in November, and given some of the contextual details of that call, it sounds like it was very close in time to this phone call that we listened to.
Okay, and that phone call we just listened to, the volume was a little low and the audio goes in and out a little bit. You would agree?
Yes.
Okay, I want to be very clear. Shannon, on that phone call to that other gentleman, says, little D, and this is right after the prelim, little D is saying that I said I did it, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
He did not say, let's just clear this up because the tape's not the best. He did not say, I told little D I did it.
That's right.
He did not say that. He merely said, little D is saying that I said I did it.
That's right.
Okay. Also in that tape, you hear Mr. Stillwell and this other gentleman talking about what's going on, the predicament that Mr. Stillwell is in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The other gentleman says N-words trying to free themselves, correct?
That sounds right, yes. I don't remember that part of his
Okay.
statement now.
Okay.
Morning, Mr. Sprinkle.
Good morning.
Regarding the call that you played, that was played between Mr. Kendrick's mom, Tasha, and himself. You recall listening to that just now, right?
Yes.
And Mr. Kendrick says, do you hear the language about the mixtape about to drop in that call?
Yes.
Did you investigate that mixtape about to drop?
If I did, I don't recall now.
Okay. And associated with that, do you recall if associated with that mixtape is an image of my client wearing a bandana?
I do not.
Okay. Paul away from a certain color. I think he says a red color, correct?
That's right. That's what was said.
And given that the state seems fixated on seeing burgundy as red and orange as red,
Sustained.
do you think it's reasonable for my client to want a bandana viewed as red to be changed to another color?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Did you know that in your investigation, did you find my client being signed to Young Stoner Life Records in 2015?
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. And then again, that mixtape being associated with that.
Yes, I believe. I don't recall exactly, but that sounds right.
Okay. There's also a reference in there of my client's mom, Miss Tasha, speaking to, I think she said speaking to Thug about a lawyer, correct?
Yes.
Do you have, and I believe it was Mr. Bixson that represented my client at the time, do you have any evidence that anyone other than my client retained? It's not Miss, anyway, let's forget whoever the lawyer was. Okay, that's okay. Thank you for your help. The lawyer that was retained for my client at the time, do you have any evidence that anyone other than my client retained that lawyer?
I don't know who paid for the attorney or, no, I don't have any evidence.
Okay. Would you find it unusual that somebody would ask a friend to recommend an attorney?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, Deputy Sprinkle, as part of your current job, do you handle a number of preliminary hearings that was discussed on cross?
Yes.
Do you, and were you at that hearing that was referenced on cross-examination?
I believe so. If it was the same hearing in which Antonio Sledge his hearing was held, then yes, I was absolutely there. And I believe that Mr. Stillwell, Mr. Sledge, this was not over 9 years ago, or 9 years ago, most probably to the day. So I'm pretty sure I was there.
Now, on cross-examination, there was reference about, the information at the preliminary hearing comes from, in this case, Detective Thorpe. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Now, if you remember, and there was reference about, on cross-examination, what little d or someone said at that hearing. Do you recall that?
I do.
At that preliminary hearing, for witnesses such as little d, were names used or was something else used?
Well, their legal names would have been used.
And is there any times in preliminary hearings where witnesses are referenced by something other than their name?
Sometimes. Yes, I'll often ask that the detective reference the witnesses by alphanumeric characters like A or 1, because, there's a variety of reasons for it, but the basic reason is the case isn't indicted, and so we don't have to turn over the witness list yet, and we're still investigating, et cetera. And so the witness is not compelled or isn't required to recite the legal names or any name of the witness on the stand. Yes.
And if it's the hearing that you are thinking of, you said Antonio Sledge would have also been present. So one brief moment, Your Honor. No further questions. Thank you, Deputy Sprinkle.
This prelim back in 2015, you don't have any recollection if actual names were used or like witness A, witness B, witness C?
I do not know. Okay.
And in the event that witness A, witness B, witness C were used, just hypothetically, the detective still testifies to the background of who these people are, such as, for instance, witness A, who we found receipts from a pawn shop showing that they purchased guns, said this, right? Or something of that nature. There's context behind these witness A, witness B, witness C.
Right. I mean, if you're saying that even if their names aren't used, if the detective provides enough detail regarding the circumstances surrounding the interview that one who is familiar with the witness could infer their identity from the testimony, then yes, that can happen.
You said that so much better than I did, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ms. Weinstein? No, nothing more, Your Honor. All right. Thank you for your time, and you are excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Released.
Permanently excused.
Released. All right, let's take a quick break before our next witness, who I think might be a longer one.
All right, George.
All right, let's figure out this request for an instruction about dual capacity witnesses. Mr. Weinstein, I see what you originally requested. You don't seem to have been able to find what the judge determined, or maybe you did really just a second ago. Give me a second. Okay, anyway, you weren't able to find the language that the court apparently decided upon, and this is kind of a fish or cut bait point since we're about to have this witness on the stand. And I think Ms. Persfield has, just in the last few minutes requested if anybody has access to what exactly the language was to come up with it now, but in the absence of that, I think that what you originally requested, Mr. Weinstein, and I don't know if you want, I guess you filed that at some point? Or do you want me to read it into the record?
You can read it into the record. I
Okay.
believe that was an email that was sent to the
Okay,
court
so
back on January 31st.
your request is that the court instruct the jury, the testimony you're about to hear is the witness's opinion based on training and experience, not firsthand knowledge, and that it is for the jury to determine how much weight, if any, to give that opinion. And then after the witness has testified in the dual capacity, to say, you have heard the testimony of this witness who testified to both facts and opinions. Each of these types of testimony should be given the proper weight. As to the testimony to facts, consider the factors discussed earlier in these instructions. As to the testimony on opinions, you do not have to accept the opinion. In deciding how much weight to give it, you should consider the witness's qualifications and how the witness reached their conclusions, along with other factors discussed in these instructions for weighing the credibility of witnesses. One problem with that is we don't have whatever those prior instructions that whomever this court was would have given. So it would be a little not helpful to give them that instruction.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm very close to finding the instruction. I found the state's previous,
Okay.
when Detective Belknap
Okay.
testified. So I'm going to forward that to defense counsel in the court, and I think near that time, I'm hoping to see another email of what the court actually
Okay.
stated. But this is the state's previous proposal.
That would be great.
Thank you, Mr. Adkins. I believe that's around January 31st, 2023. So I'm looking.
I mean, in the event we can't find it, I've tried to fashion something
Thank you.
that might work, but first of all, I guess we can see whether it can be located
Thank you, Your Honor.
quickly. Oh. All right, and if either defendant needs to be excused to the restrooms while the attorneys are looking, y'all can go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the same, and I'll be right back.